everyone. It's week 9 of the Family Beatdown League. Before we get into it, let's talk a quick World Series update. Game 6 tomorrow night. Red Sox, what a historic series, first of all. We had 2 games that ended on unprecedented World Series plays. That interference call the other night called against Boston gave St. Louis the game in the bottom of the 9th. And then we had the pickoff the following night, where Boston was able to get the runner at first. Neither World Series game has never ended in either one of those circumstances, so really interesting. But Boston goes back to Fenway now, sitting 3-2. I read all the troubles that the Cardinals had with their travel. Honest, the Boston fans had nothing to do with it, but certainly we'll take it. But in honor of the Boston Red Sox, I have broken out my Boston Red Sox yarmulke, and I will be doing tonight's update wearing the Boston Red Sox yarmulke. So here you are, for all you Cardinal fans. Go Boston. All right, let's talk about Notre Dame and Arizona real quick. So both teams won. Notre Dame beat Air Force. SC took on Utah. Utah's a very tough team, but they were able to beat them. So both teams won. Notre Dame plays Navy. Again, plays Navy this week. They're a 16.5-point favorite against the Midshipmen. USC actually plays a varsity team this week. They're playing Oregon State. And they're a 4.5-point favorite. Your bye teams this week, there are 6 of them again this week. There's Arizona, Denver, Detroit, Jacksonville, New York Giants, and San Francisco all on byes. So get your lineups adjusted accordingly. Let's get right to last week. You know, what can I tell you? Grandpa had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 empty spots, 3 guys on bye. Unbelievable. He still beats me. I have a full complement of players, a 99.6 to 95. So he had 4 players out, and he still beat my ass. I'm so tired of this fantasy football stuff. I swear to you, it's all rigged. At any rate, I drop it. I'm now 3-5 in the league, and Grandpa's 3-5 as well. Good move, Grandpa. Blood, Sweat, and Beer beat the Big Blue 153 to 100. Dani improves to 6-2. Back that pass up, another big high-scoring week for her with Peyton going off for 56 and Des Bryant for 19. But Rebecca puts up 170 over 99.1 against Tyson to take the win. Back that pass up, moves to 5-3. Rednecks, Dawn, 147 to 89 over Decepticons. Dawn moves to 7-1. Mud Dogs actually got it back on the win streak, moves to 3-5, topping Blue and Gold 141 to 102. Monty Ballich with a high point for the league this week, 172.3 over Pubicville Crabs, 63.5. Boy, talk about falling off the face of the planet. You got to get CJ Spiller out of there. He's hurt. Al, come on. I know it was your birthday weekend. You went fishing and all that, but you got responsibilities, son. Any rate, let's talk about next week. Or actually, let's talk about our League Pick'em. So in our League Pick'em last week, Ryan went 4-2, I went 4-2, Dawn went 3-3, and we were the only ones that picked. Nobody's going to be winning that spiff, but anyway, Dawn actually leads the league right now, 6-11. And if Rebecca would pick it back up again, she's actually on top at 6-45. Nobody's got enough picks to qualify. Remember, you got to have a total of 60 picks in order to qualify, but there's still time. We're in week number 9. You got to pick the rest of the games. Let's go. Okay, let's talk about this week's games. Week number 9. Unbelievable. Keep in mind, we got 5 more weeks of play because our regular season will end in week 13. Where do the season go? I finally catch a break maybe this week. I get Decepticons. I'm a 113 to 95 favorite right now. But right now, Russell Wilson against Tampa Bay. Alfred Morris, who came back to life against San Diego. Le'Veon Bell against New England. Andrew Quarles against Chicago, trying to parlay what could be a career-ending injury to Jermichael Finley into some points for Smell This. Finley is almost done with football after that neck injury. So Quarles is the backup there and is getting ready to start. I'm going to give the pick to Smell This. Blood, Sweat, and Beer takes on Blue and Gold. This is 6-2 versus 5-2. These are 2 tough teams, both playoff bound. It's 136 to 129 in favor of Blue and Gold right now. Jake does have an empty spot in his second flex position right now. He's got Matt Ryan against Carolina, Brandon Marshall against Green Bay, and Jamal Charles against Buffalo. Danny's got Phillip Rivers against Washington, Julian Edelman, who's just not doing squat this year. You've also got James Jones, and he's out. He's injured. You might want to get that taken care of, Danny. I'm going to have to assume that there's not going to be enough talent for Danny to fill those very big holes. I'm going to give the win to Mr. Jake. Gerard Invincibles take on Monty Ballich. It's 103 to 85 in favor of Ryan right now. Grandpa still has 2 open spots, and he's got Ryan Broyles on bye this week. For Monty Ballich, he's got Drew Brees against New York Jets, but he's got a lot of players on bye, 3 players on bye. Again, I think there's a lack of talent out there. I think Grandpa will cover. I'm going to give the pick to Grandpa. Back that pass up against Rednecks. This is 5-3 versus 7-1, so this is a game that counts and will shape the playoffs. Rednecks has Colin Kaepernick and Denarius Thomas on bye this week. Those are big shoes to fill, as well as Josh Scobie. Rebecca is at full strength. Nope, she's got a kicker and a defense on bye, but those things are interchangeable. She'll be able to pick up those off the bench anytime. Right now, it's 117 to 73 in favor of back that pass up. I'm going to give the win to Rebecca. And in our game of the week, Pubicville Crabs, after a 2-game losing streak, takes on little brother Tyson. It's 89 to 73 right now. Both teams are suffering from byes and are going to have a hard time covering up. On bye for Tyson, Brandon Jacobs and Frank Gore, so his running back duos are on bye, and they've been producing well for him. For Alex, Anquan Bolden's on bye, Noshawn Marino, and Dawson, the kicker's on bye. I actually think that's a bigger problem for Tyson, and I'm going to give the win to Pubicville Crabs. You know, after such a fantastic start, Al, you have been sliding, son, as of late. What is the winning streak? What is the losing streak, I should say? Yeah, actually, Pubicville Crabs has lost 2, but they've lost 3 of the last 4. So taking a look at the standings right now, in the Cardinal division, blue and gold at top, back that pass up at number 2, and Mud Dogs at number 3. Mud Dogs would not make the playoffs if they started today. Rednecks in gold division, Blood, Sweat, and Beer, and Pubicville Crabs, and Monty Ballich all would make the playoffs. And they sit 1 through 4 in the gold division. All right, one more time. Your bye teams are Arizona, Denver, Detroit, Jacksonville, New York Giants, and San Francisco. And remember, go Red Sox!